What's up? My name is Bridger Frederick. This is my channel all about healing spinal cord injury, neurological deficits, and humans in their totality. I'm supposed to upload, if you've been following along, I'm supposed to upload a video every day for the next 180 days, and I just keep failing to do so because I'm going through this massive transition in my life where I'm not allowing myself to feel guilty about anything, just for a little while. Anything I do, whether I work, don't work, eat shitty, don't eat shitty, I'm just eliminating guilt, and I'm trying to find a way to do all the things I need to do, but with a positive, healthy like emotion and motivation behind them. And yeah, it's sometimes I don't know what to motivate myself with if not guilt, punishment, fear of failure. Sometimes I just can't figure out where the motivation is supposed to come from if it's not a punishment. But I'm learning. I'm learning really, really quickly. And it's amazing how much easier, more authentic, and just awesome it is creating stuff when you just let go of when you get rid of that resistance, when you just do what needs to be done, not just when you feel like doing it, because that's the wrong way. It's work, things are work, there's always something else to do, but, just, I don't know, following your intuition a little bit. And also, when the guilt goes away, when I just stop punishing myself, I'll realize that it's just the wrong time to do the thing that I'm trying to force myself to do in that moment. And I just need to unguiltily, take the dogs for a walk, do a breathwork session, stand, work out, just chill, listen to a couple songs, listen to a podcast. I just need to do something else and allow that moment to create something, whether it's writing or filming one of these videos or whatever it is. I just have to allow that moment to kind of come to fruition naturally if I'm not forcing myself with some story of guilt or weakness. And what I've started to notice is all of a sudden my real motivation behind wanting to do these things is starting to kind of blossom and come out. And my real motivation is I genuinely want to, I really do think that I've got a lot of pieces of the puzzle when it comes to putting a broken human back together. I've been torn to shreds, absolute physically, from this car accident that I was in. I had a spinal cord injury, crushed all the ribs on the right side of my body, broke my spinal column in 18 places, lacerated my liver, punctured my lung. And yeah, just got pretty wrecked from that. Then after it happened, got destroyed from addiction, depression, every form of mental and emotional, not wanting to live here anymore. I don't know if you can not say the word, but it seems like no one says it on YouTube, like it's banned, but not wanting to live here anymore. Syndrome, not wanting to be of this earth anymore, and have just gone through all of that. And I hit rock bottom like 497 times. I just can't believe how many false bottoms there are of rock bottom, and there is no conceivable way that it could get worse or harder. But even if it just continues to be the same hardness, but over a long period of time, farther down that timeline is a much further bottom, because you start wondering, is this ever going to change? And you start doubting, and then you have so much proof. You just build up proof over time as weeks and months and years pass, and often decades. There's lots of changes I've been trying to make in my life for literally decades. And as those decades, as that time passes by, you start to get a lot of body of evidence that, maybe it's always going to be this way. Maybe I'm always going to keep suffering. And then those moments when the hope is gone, those are the dark ones. And they are tough to get out of. And I spent a lot of time thinking that I wasn't hopeless because I was telling myself with words that I wasn't hopeless. And it helped, having really strong, self-talk, and, keeping that tiny glimmer of hope, even if you know or feel like it's bullshit, but you're saying over and over again that it's not. You're going to heal 100%. You're going to be happy again. Everything that you want is possible. It wouldn't fucking be there if it wasn't possible. That's what I always held on to, is I wouldn't want this life that I have been dreaming of since I was 16 years old, where I bring all the people I love together in the wilderness to create and explore and do the things that we're meant to do. And that purpose that I've always had is, the little light, the tiniest speck of light so far at the end of a tunnel. And yeah, anyways, the point is broken. I'm saying I had to figure out how to piece a human back together, and I'm getting pretty close. I'm really starting to put the final kind of pieces of the puzzle together, or at least I am at the start. I can see the top of the mountain, and there's a trail to get there. It's just going to be a long fucking climb. It's going to be a long ways before I get to the top, but finding the trail is the hardest part in our life, and making sure that we're climbing the right mountain. I think I've climbed quite a few different mountains, or at least started to climb them, and they were just wrong. I don't even think they were in the right fucking hemisphere, to be honest with you, but I'm at the right mountain, and I am going up it, and it's all starting with breath work. There's so amazing when you get out of your own way internally, when you're just able to kind of unite all the different forces inside yourself in a positive way and meld it together and accept the parts of yourself that you hate. Then you're able to kind of just get out of your own way. And it's incredible when you do that, how quickly the external world starts to just have unexplainable synchronicities in it. So basically, I realized in this really intense breathwork session recently, I said it on one of these videos, in the last like 4, 5, 6, 10 days at the absolute maximum. That's when it really started to kick in, sometime in there. Don't know which session exactly it was, where it became crystal clear that breathwork was the foundation that I had to start with. I have to become an expert breathwork practitioner and share it with the world, because it just is the found. But our incorrect breathing and our lack of effort into intentional breathing practices, it all starts there. If you're not doing that, everything else is going to be massively difficult. And believe me, I've tried starting at every other possible potential point other than this one, because this is the one that I don't want to do. But anyways, realized that was going to happen, and then out of blue, a guy that I haven't spoke with since February, basically, and now it's recording this in the beginning of September. But it's a guy who runs a freediving school. He's taken me out a few times. He's like an expert freediver and a freediving coach. And I paid him like one time for an introductory class, and then he's just taken me out of the kindness of his heart for the last 2 or 3 times that we've dove together. And the crazy thing is he offered to take me out more, and said, he coached me, he helped me, we get along, and we just have, kind of a synergistic attitude about things. And I was so low in self-esteem. I believed so deeply that I don't deserve help, and that the only way this person should be spending their time helping me is if I pay them. That I was like I was extremely resistant to. I made excuses and didn't even like really consciously think any of this in my own head until now when I realized. But I made excuses to basically, not pursue this, and because I kept waiting until I could pay, for his time, which is incredibly expensive because he's a super badass freediving instructor. His name's Bob Fanick. He owns Deep Blue Freedivers. I hope that's right. I think I'm pretty sure it's Deep Blue Freedivers. I'll correct that if I'm wrong. I have a terrible memory for that type of thing, but we'll put him here if you want to look him up. If you're in the Orlando area and you want to do some free diving, he's the guy. He's fucking awesome. But anyways, I'm getting to the synchronicity. I'm not just going on this crazy tangent. But anyways, I was just so depleted in my belief in myself and my worth in life that I literally didn't think I deserved it or was worth his time, and thought like I was taking away from him, even though he was offering to mentor me and guide me and help me. The exact kind of thing that I was looking for in life is just offered there right in front of me. But anyways, didn't talk to him for 8 months or so, and unrelated to I didn't reach out to him, didn't say anything. I decided a few days before that breath work was the trajectory that I'm going on. There's nothing else more important than attaining deep knowledge on the breath. And basically, out of the blue, he reaches out to me and we end up having a conversation where he is on the exact same journey, except much farther along because he's a super advanced, freediving instructor and has been doing breath work every day for however many years he's been doing that, decades, decade plus. And so and now I'm able to see like, wow, this is serendipitous or synergistic, and that there's nothing wrong with just saying, yes, let's do this, let's pursue this, and you're not, more valuable than me. It's okay to accept help or collaboration or friendship without there being some sort of monetary exchange. There's more valuable things than that. I know it sounds crazy to say because I would, with great happiness and no negativity whatsoever, extend enormous amounts of help or mentorship or guidance or whatever to certain people, maybe not to every person, but to certain people and to many people, and generously and happily and easily, just for the love of sharing information and doing things with people that I see the world similar to. So why is it crazy that someone else would want to do that for me? I don't know. I don't know where that, belief comes from, but it starts with the inner work. Do the inner work. Learn to love the parts of yourself that you have pushed away, hated, the shadow self, whatever it is. Research Jungian psychology and figure out what parts of you are ashamed of, you doubt, whatever. Get rid of that shit. Get it out. It doesn't just go away, but start to get rid of that shit, and it's amazing. You can just stop blocking yourself from all of the things that are trying desperately to happen for you, around you. It's pretty wild. So that's it for right now. I don't know if that's it for the day. Actually, I'll probably do a workout outside and go over a bit of that with you. I haven't been up on my workout. I haven't been up on anything, really. I've just been allowing myself the space to rest and heal, and it's been difficult to resist, temptations like scrolling or eating, bad food or just watching television. or just not doing the tasks and things that I don't enjoy because I am having to learn a completely new, energy willpower to draw from. If not pain, punishment, guilt, then what do you draw from? And it turns out I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's just enjoyment. It's just purpose. And all of a sudden, when you're not thinking of a million things that you should be doing, you're just letting the thing in front of you happen. It's amazing. I know that I'm not super clear and concise in my explanations. They're all coalescing and forming in my mind, in real time over the last couple weeks. And so over the course, you're just here for the very beginning of it. And I love you and thank you for, joining me at kind of the inception of myself as a whole person. And, I'll be able to, over the course of time, you'll see, these solidify into more concrete lines of thinking and stories, and be able to be more applicable and, be able to be shared more effectively when, it takes a while to just allow things to, coalesce into their final form or into at least a form that's more digestible. I don't know how digestible this is. Don't know if anyone relates to it. Don't know anything about anything as far as it's perceived, and I don't fucking care. And that's the best part about all of it is, when you're just doing exactly what you have to do because you're kind of following the trail that's there for you. You're on the right trail. You're climbing the right mountain. There's nothing. It's what has to be done. It's laid before you. It's given to you, and once you're on it and you're following it, you just can't help but not give a shit what anyone thinks, because when you know, and you're not second guessing who you are or what you're doing. You're not on someone else's mountain climbing for no reason and knowing that everyone's gonna recognize, look at this fucking idiot on the wrong mountain. He doesn't belong here. He's not supposed to, sell real estate or slaughter cattle or be a construction worker or, a drug dealer or any of the other, aspirations that I've had at different moments in the timeline. All the wrong mountains. And when you're on the right one, it's awesome. But yeah, I'm going to go hit the sauna for a long ass breathwork session, 33 minutes of breathing and chilling in there. And then I'll see you out back. I'll see you for a pool workout. Well, not a pool workout, but next to the pool workout. See you there. Ready? Boom.